Imagine a road where silk whispered secrets, spices held power, and a single traveler could change the world. This isn't just a trade route. This is the Silk Road, a path that stitched together empires, carried religions, and reshaped history. The Silk Road was never a single road. It was a sprawling web of paths stretching over 4,000 miles from China to the Mediterranean. It all began during the Han Dynasty around 130 BCE, when Emperor Wu sent an envoy named Xi'an westward. His journey would unlock centuries of global trade and cultural exchange. From Xi'an in China, merchants traveled through the Taklamakan Desert, across the Pamir Mountains, into Persia, and onward to Rome. Key cities like Samarkand, Kashgar, and Baghdad became glittering hubs, where East met West. But this wasn't a journey for the faint-hearted. Sandstorms, bandits, bitter cold, every mile held danger, and yet travelers pressed on, carrying not just goods, but ideas. What else rode the wind across the Silk Road? Let's find out. Silk was just the beginning. Chinese porcelain, Indian spices, Arabian perfumes, and Roman glass all flowed along these routes. But the most powerful cargo? Beliefs. Buddhism journeyed from India to China. Islam spread across Central Asia. Christianity found its way east. And alongside faith came technology. Papermaking from China, mathematics from the Middle East, and medicine from Persia. In bustling caravanserais, ancient roadside inns, traders, scholars, and wanderers shared stories over tea. A Persian poet heard a Chinese fable. An Arab merchant sketched a Roman map. Cultures collided and then fused. Out of that fusion, new art, literature, and even languages were born. Tang Dynasty painting showed Persian influence. Central Asian carpets wove Chinese symbols into their patterns. But not all was peaceful. There were betrayals, invasions, and collapsing empires. And still, the road endured. Who would rise to control the Silk Road next? Enter the Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan. Fierce, unstoppable, but strategic. The Mongols understood the power of trade. They protected the Silk Road, creating a golden era of safe travel from east to west. Under Mongol rule, Marco Polo traveled to China. His stories would inspire generations of explorers, including Columbus. But as sea routes emerged, the Silk Road faded. Or did it? Even today, its legacy lives on in our food, our languages, our art. Words like bazaar, caravan, and even sugar trace back to these journeys. And in a world more connected than ever, the Silk Road reminds us we've always been global, always intertwined. The Silk Road wasn't just about trade. It was about trust, about risk, about reaching beyond borders to connect with the unfamiliar. In every silk thread and grain of spice, there's a story of ambition, of curiosity, of humanity. So next time you sip tea or read a book printed on paper, remember the road that brought it to you. If this journey moved you, subscribe, and share this story with a fellow explorer. Want to dig deeper? Check the description below for more reading and documentaries. The Silk Road may have faded into the dust, but its spirit still winds through the world, and maybe through you.